understand that World War II is a major event. Although that happened long ago, there are still some World War II veterans living among us. It is my honor to introduce to you my friend and namesake, Buddy Wright. Would you like to share with us about your time serving us in the war?
Well, yes, I received a letter from the President of the United States when I was 18 years old. The letter says, "Greetings, you're now a member of the Armed Service of the United States." And that letter was just like a subpoena. You know, once I read that letter, then I was, in fact, a member of the Armed Forces of the United States. And then I spent my basic training in Wichita Falls, Texas. And then I went to radio school in Illinois. And I was what my MOS military service number was 760, which is a high-speed radio operator. And I had worked with what we call a speed key, and I could send 60 words a minute or so, and that's how we worked on our net. After the war was over, why every aircraft that was in the air had a message originated from its place of origin, and it was sent to its a place of destination. It gave its ETA and a number of the plane and kind of plane it was, and so on, the specific details. Now, my job was to send and receive these messages, and there wasn't too many of the GIs that could work on that net. It was, you know, it was a high-speed net, and it couldn't work on that. So consequently, I was overseas for about 2.5 years, and I never had a break. Didn't have a 3-day pass. I didn't have anything. Because they didn't have everybody take my place. So, but finally, they had a number system. You know, every month that you were overseas, you had so many numbers and so many points built up. And there was a point, you know, where when you had, I forget what it was. I think it was 300. When you got that many, well, you're supposed to be shipped back to the United States. Well, I passed that up, and you know, I still was there, and finally, well, I had so much time over there and so many numbers, they just had to send me home. Mm-hmm. Well, they hated to do that because they didn't have anybody to take my place. So my commanding officer, his name was Ulrich, Colonel Ulrich, and he called me into his office and asked and told me what he wanted with me. He said if I would just sign over for 6 more months, he would send me home as a master sergeant, which was the highest non-commissioned rank. And I told him, I said, "Colonel," I said, "if I would do that for anyone, it would be you." I said, "But I'm not going to do it, sir." I said, "I'm going home, I'm going to marry my sweetheart, and I'm going to farm." And that's what I did. Yeah. And it was a great life. We were together for 62 years. She gave me this bracelet, put it on me before I went overseas, and it has my name and my Army serial number, 15225-409. And I've worn it ever since. Now, I still have the bracelet, but I don't have the bride anymore. She died July the 30th, 2011, on her oldest son's birthday. It was a devastating time for me because we'd been together so long and so had so many good times together. One of them was when your mother sat in our little camper trailer down at LBL and told me, she says, "I have some news for you." I knew what the news was going to be. She told me, says, "I'm pregnant," and says, "If it's a boy, we're going to call him Buddy."
And that's just what happened.
That's just what happened.
Yeah.
And so I call you namesake, and on my phone, you know, I have on your number there, it says Buddy Jackson namesake. So and I was proud to have that because, and I never really had much time, you know, off
Right.
when I was in the service. So all I did was work in a radio station.
Yeah. Well, going back now, where were you whenever you received that letter?
I was at home, you know, I was at home. I was 18 years old. I was still in high school.
Oh, yeah?
And the letter said that I was deferred until date of graduation.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they meant that because I graduated from high school on the 15th of May, and the 20th of May I was at Camp Atterbury, Indiana.
Yeah.
So that's what they meant.
And were your parents proud of you for getting into the military, or were they just kind of like sad to see you go?
Well, yeah, they were proud of me, but my mother, of course, was just devastated to see me go, you know, because I was her oldest son. She only had one more, and no daughters, just the two of us. But I couldn't really wait until I was worried to death that the war was going to be over before I was old enough to get in.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah.
By the time I got in, the war was over. And the time I went overseas, the war was over. So I was not in any, you know, combat. I was not in any danger at all, really. But I was proud of my service. I was proud of my service. I really feel like that every young man and woman in our country should serve at least a year in the military. I went in as just a kid, 18 years old. I didn't know, country boy, I didn't know straight up. But when I came back, I was a man. And I was proud of that. I was proud of my service.
No, where were you stationed at?
I was stationed on the island of Guam, and in a radio station there, and our call sign was APV5. That was a radio call, and our radio station was on one side of the island. Now Guam is 180 miles long, and it's 80 miles wide at its widest point, but it's not, you know, it's not really, it's kind of an odd shape. But our radio station was on one side of the island, and our transmitter was on the other side of the island. Could you guess why that was why that was figured out like that?
So that maybe so that if one got damaged, you could always go to the other?
In the combat, you know, we was thinking about that. If the enemy came in and they knocked out one or the other, so of course, you know, the enemy, that was one of the first things they wanted to knock out was your communication.
Right.
So, but we survived it. We did lose the island of Guam to the Japanese. They took it over.
Well, Buddy, in conclusion, how has the military affected your life?
Well, I think, as I stated before, when I came back home, why, I was a man. I really felt like I was a man, and I proved that I was. I was a man of. I felt like I was a man of destiny. That my destiny was to be a husband and a father, and a good citizen of the United States, which I have faithfully to say, and I'll be 85 years old in January. Now, and there are not too many of us World War II vets left. They're rapidly dying out. So, but I am, as I say again, I'm proud that I was able to serve my country.
All right. Well, thank you, Buddy, for coming in today.
All right, buddy.
For GCTV, I'm Buddy Jackson.